All right, what's up everyone? Today I am making a dairy-free Alfredo sauce. It's also vegan. If you are vegan, I am. So I make everything vegan, but if you're just looking for something dairy-free that is quick and easy to make, that also is pretty delicious, this is something you're gonna wanna look into and maybe wanna try out for yourself. I'm also kind of gonna explain the tips of how I kind of meal prep on some of these days. So I'm gonna make this sauce. I already have my protein made. I'm having some baked tofu with it, but you can have your chicken, whatever you want to have with your Alfredo. So I'm gonna have the sauce ready. I'm gonna have my protein ready. So then pretty much all I need to do when it comes to mealtime is cook up pasta, which takes about 10 minutes depending on the pasta you're using. Cook up the pasta, just warm up the sauce and the protein and mix it all together, and you kind of have a freshly made pasta meal. So that's a great tip, for things like pasta where you can make ahead of time, but sometimes they can get a little gummy by the end, a little sticky and not that appetizing. So you can always, have the sauce pre-made. You can have your protein and your veggies pre-made. I'm also gonna throw peas in mine. And then when it comes time to making the meal, make pretty much only spending, 15, 20 minutes making a pretty delicious meal as opposed to, having to make something up, everything from scratch. So a great tip for meal prepping is find components that you can make ahead of time that'll stay good, like a sauce. Your proteins will usually stay pretty well. Some vegetables more than others will stay pretty well, and that way you don't have to combine everything and then it doesn't get too bad sitting in the fridge over time. So I'm going to show you what we did for the sauce here if you want to follow along. So pretty much just throwing everything in a blender. But right now I have about one full onion. It was a pretty big onion, so if you're using two onions, like maybe two medium ones, I already sauteed these with about 7 to 8 cloves of garlic. Alfredo sauce usually has a lot of garlic. I sauteed them in some vegetable broth for extra flavor. There's also some salt and pepper in there already. So those have already been cut up, sauteed. It's too hard for me to show that while holding a camera at the same time. So one pretty large onion sauteed in vegetable broth with garlic, about 7 to 8 cloves of garlic, salt, pepper in there. The main thing for this is going to be our cashews. So this is what's going to give it the creaminess. So I've soaked these overnight. This is about 2 cups of cashews. We'll just add those in as I'm talking. So I've soaked those overnight so they become, way more blendable and softer, and they kind of form that creamy texture. So think of like a nut butter. Obviously it won't be that thick, but that's kind of the process of it. You soften it up so it's able to blend this up. So again, 2 cups, they've been soaked overnight just in regular water, sitting in the fridge. I'm gonna add, this is the juice of 1 lemon. Oh, sorry, I got a little close. The juice of 1 lemon. So if you're using regular, I think it was about 5 tablespoons, right around there, 5 to 6-ish. So if you're judging with not real lemon juice, but again, I just juiced pretty much 1 lemon. That's what it came out to be. I have some more vegetable broth. This is 2 cups. I'm not gonna add it all right away. I'm gonna add a good amount of it, but I'll blend it up first to see what consistency we're at, and I'll add more. You can always add water in. You can't take water out, or liquid in this case. And then I'm going to add kind of a vegan ingredient that makes it a little more cheesy. So this is nutritional yeast. There's no cheese in it. It's actually pretty good. There's actually a good amount of protein. I'll kind of show you the box if you're interested in getting some. So it comes in something like this. So it's nutritional yeast seasoning as you look to the back. Pretty good calorie-wise, and there's no fat. Just a little bit of sodium. It's mostly protein and a lot of B vitamins, which is great for you. It kind of gives it that cheesy flavor. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and blend this up. I'm going to pause the video for now so it doesn't get too loud, and I'll kind of show you the end results. All right, we are back. This is our final product. So I didn't end up using all of the liquid. I put a little bit more in, but not all of it, so I didn't use the full 2 cups. I added a little more salt and pepper just to taste for my preference. A little more garlic as well, add a little more nutritional yeast. So it's always better to lean on the side of caution when making something like this, which I did, because you can always add more. Can't take it out once it's blended. So yeah, I can kind of pour it into the bowl just so you can kind of see a little bit better what it's looking like. I have a little bowl here. You probably won't fit it all, but you can see that's about the consistency we want of your Alfredo sauce. We'll see how close I get to the top here. I'll just keep pouring. So yeah, this is basically for the whole week I'm making this. I'll stop there. I don't want to get too close, but so yeah, this is, we're pretty much eating this for dinner every night. So this is sauce for the whole week. It will thicken up a little bit as it sits in the fridge and it gets cold. Don't worry about that. That usually happens with the cashew stuff. But you can always, once you put it in the pan and heat it up with your pasta, it'll loosen up a little bit. The trick I like to use is if you need a little more water in it after the fact, is throw a little of the pasta water into the pan as you're making this. That'll help it stick to the pasta as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll probably put out another one actually of showing me actually cooking the whole meal as it all comes together. Like I said, I already have my protein ready, which is tofu. I have the sauce ready. I have my pasta sitting right here. And I also will have some peas to throw in so you can see how quickly that comes together. Thanks for joining in, and I hope you try it out. Let me know how it goes.